G'day all, and welcome to the first episode of Beyond the Spectrum podcast. I'm your host, Clint from Autism and Beyond. Autism and Beyond, we specialise in working with low-level ASD children to help build self-esteem and confidence, as well as offering support services. So this is the first episode of our new podcast. Before we get into interviewing the parents who will be the star of the show, I guess it's probably important for you to meet me as the host and sort of understand on how on earth did I get into this podcasting space. To be honest, I never thought I would be here, but to share a little bit of my backstory, I grew up overweight, shy, low self-esteem, low confidence, a bit of depression through high school, all of that sort of stuff, bullied, you name it, I went through all of that sort of stuff. So it wasn't a great time. This carried on to after high school and into my early employment, which I was working in a factory. And from there, suddenly the Biggest Loser came on TV, and one of the ladies decided that she wanted to introduce a workplace Biggest Loser style competition. So that was I guess all the motivation that I needed, and I jumped on that, and I eventually won the competition and won some prize money off that. And funny enough, I knew I had changed, because with the prize money, instead of buying fishing gear, I actually went and bought some running shoes. So I guess that competition changed my trajectory from being the shy, overweight kind of guy. I was still shy and low self-esteem and confidence, but at least I wasn't overweight anymore. From there, I wanted to study personal training, and I'm a big believer in the law of attraction, and I put it out there that I will be able to study personal training, and that is when I met my wonderful partner, Amy, who happened to be a personal trainer. And she was very, very good at it and won a scholarship at her personal training college to give to someone, and she chose to give it to me. So I studied personal training, became a personal trainer, and yeah, I was quite good at it. And that's, I guess, where I discovered that I actually was good at helping people, good at connecting with people, especially the people that were very similar to me, the shy, the overweight, the low confidence kind of adults. And for a while, that was the space I was working in and helping those people. But while I enjoyed it and helped people getting results, it didn't quite, I guess, light me up as much as I had hoped. And during that journey, I discovered that I was actually really good at connecting with children, going to the shopping centre or things like that. Kids are just drawn to me. Even now, it's funny, these kids are just drawn to me and just want to play with me or talk to me. But that's I sort of discovered that, and then my nephew had got his Asperger's diagnosis. One thing led to another, and I remember being at his birthday party, and I didn't want to talk to the adults. I was just happy playing with the children, and I had every single child at the party, as well as kids at the park, just wanting to play with me, and sort of parents telling me that they wanted me to babysit their child. That connection really started me on the journey of being able to give back to children. I think my experience of the bullying, etc., really allowed me the opportunity to empathize with them and help them understand the world a little bit better and connect a little bit better. So I've been doing that now for 4 or 5 years, working with children. It's just absolutely amazing. When I first started, I sort of didn't take a lot of credit for what I was doing. It was just I'm just playing with them. But now time has gone on, I can actually see that I am changing the trajectory of these kids' lives and the connection that we're building and the relationships that we're forming is just absolutely amazing. So sounds corny, but I found my calling in life. That's not why I started this podcast. I've also, through my journey working with these children, have seen some of the things that the parents are going through, and the challenges that they're faced, and when they're at their wits' end and ragged. And part of my goal with Autism and Beyond has always been to be able to help the parents as well. And while it doesn't seem like much, I think the power of communication is absolutely amazing. So the idea with this podcast is to talk to parents of autistic children to really share their story, share the wins, the losses, and everything in between. Because I think through shared stories, connection can be formed, and it will allow you to realize that you're not alone in this journey. And yes, I know there's some amazing groups and Facebook groups and communities out there, but I still think it's not enough. I really want to be able to connect people and connect through their stories so parents can see that someone else is going through this thing, or they got through it, and on the other side it is okay. There's always going to be challenges, but I do believe that in the end it's always going to be okay. It's going to work out. I also would love a side effect of it to be that parents connect with other parents, because I know sometimes it's hard for parents to connect with everyday families, because they just other families may just not understand your child, and it's hard for that connection. So hopefully all parents listening to this will be able to connect on outside of the podcast. And another side effect that I'm hoping is that if parents do connect, that your children can connect and become friends, because I know that is also another area lacking. Is a lot of the kids I work with don't have many friends. So plus, win. If you are interested in being a guest on my podcast and having a chat with me, please reach out to us at info@autismandbeyond.com.au. I'm a pretty laid back kind of fella, a bit cheeky, a bit of fun. So it's not a serious conversation by any stretch. I guess that's enough of me. Let's get on with actually interviewing some of the real stars. Cheers.